Welcome to part 5 of our lesson. And in part 5, we focus a lot on sales. Now, in this lesson, we'll talk about the 4 important concepts of sales. Point number 1, sales is king. It's the most important thing for the business. And in fact, in any companies, there shall only be 2 positions. The first type of position are the ones that can help the company to generate sales and cash directly. The second type of position are the ones that can indirectly help the company to sell. Now, they're very, very bad assumptions that being in a position to sell is a really bad thing. I still remember when I first went to university and asked people why they choose what they study and to get into a certain major. Usually people will say, oh, because I don't want to get into any sales jobs. Those are bad-end jobs, dead-end jobs. Those are really bad jobs. I don't think I'd like to sell. So that's why I'm choosing more like a professional job so that I can avoid that. Well, the truth is, in this society, we are all salespeople. And we are all selling a specialty that is valuable for people in this society. Now, if you are an accountant, you are selling your accounting skills to the world and helping people to turn your knowledge into a benefit for them. Or if you're like a doctor or lawyers, you're selling your experts, your specialization to the people who need your skills. So practically, we are all salespeople. There isn't really an assumption that just being in sales is bad, because it is the king, basically, for any individuals. And when you try to get a job, you're basically selling how you're going to benefit the company to help the company generate more sales. And that is why there is really no division. Point number 2, cash flow. Cash flow, again, is very important for a company, because the moment you lose a cash flow, the company becomes bankrupt. No, cash flow is like blood for our body. Without any new blood, no cash flow for a company basically means bankruptcy or the fall of our business. Point number 3, channels. How many different channels do you have so that you can have different ways to generate cash flow and get to your business? An example is a company with 10 different channels of generating cash flow is always better than a company that can only have 1 channel of getting cash. The reason is, the more channels of cash flow you have, the higher the ability for your company to survive, because you have more ways to make money. Now, an example is, if you look at big companies like Google or Amazon, like in the case of Google, they don't just sell, say, smartphones, but they also have diversities of channels that gets them the money. Say, any cloud services, any Google Map, anything that's related to Google. Those are different ways for them to generate cash, and this is exactly why Google is a very stable company, because they have different channels to make the money. And same if you own a restaurant. Now, if you recognize as, say, like a specialty, a specialist in a steak restaurant for seniors, then what happens is once your customers get into the restaurant, then you can sell different things to your customers, like say iced tea or spaghetti or any desserts, basically to generate more channels to get the cash flow. Last but not least, the only one who can sell for you well is yourself. And this is exactly why us, the owner of your business, you are responsible to be the best salesperson for your business. You are responsible to speak up for what you believe in, for what your business and how it can benefit other customers. We talk about 4 points today. Sales is a king. Point number 2, you need cash flow. Any point you lose cash flow, you go bankrupt. Different channels to generate your cash. And last but not least, you're the best salesperson for your business. So start today. Let's learn how to become the best salesperson in your company.